The baby had been crying for almost an hour. Every passenger was frustrated except one quiet black boy in the back. When the millionaire mother finally reached his row, she had no idea the next 5 minutes would change both their lives forever. Now let's go back to how it all began. The flight from Chicago to Seattle was supposed to be smooth. Among the passengers sat Elena Rutherford, a powerful CEO known for her charity work and her perfect image. But that image began to crack 20 minutes after takeoff when her baby started crying. She rocked him, hummed lullabies, tried bottles, toys, everything. The crying only grew louder. Passengers sighed, rolled eyes, and whispered complaints. By the 1-hour mark, Elena looked exhausted. A flight attendant approached gently. "Ma'am, maybe walk to the back?" A change of scenery might calm him. Desperate, Elena nodded and carried her wailing baby toward the rear of the plane. Passengers stared. One man muttered, "You'd think with all that money she'd hire a nanny." At the back sat Jayden Carter, a 12-year-old boy traveling alone. His shirt was neatly tucked, shoes worn, and in his lap rested a small wooden flute, cracked but cared for. The attendant smiled at him. "Sweetheart, mind if this lady sits beside you for a bit?" Jayden shook his head. "No problem." Elena sat down beside him, embarrassed, bouncing her restless baby. Jayden glanced over. "He's cute," he said quietly. "Just mad at the world, huh?" Elena managed a weak smile. "Seems like it. I think everyone on this flight hates me right now." Jayden chuckled softly. "Maybe he just needs music." Before she could respond, he lifted his flute. He took a slow breath and began to play. The first few notes were soft, fragile, almost trembling. Then they grew, calm, tender, full of soul. It wasn't a song of showmanship. It was something pure, something meant to heal. Within seconds, the crying stopped. Elena froze. Her baby blinked up at Jayden, then smiled. The cabin went silent. Heads turned. Disbelief spread down the aisle. Jayden kept playing, eyes closed, lost in melody. A lullaby his mother used to hum before she passed away, now echoing through the plane. When he stopped, the baby cooed quietly, clutching Elena's necklace. Then came soft applause from strangers who, minutes ago, were full of irritation. Elena's eyes welled with tears. "How did you do that?" she whispered. Jayden shrugged, smiling shyly. "My mom taught me. She said music can calm hearts faster than words." Elena's voice trembled. "Your mom sounds like a wise woman." He nodded. "She was. I live with my aunt now. I'm saving up to go to a music school someday." Elena looked at him, at his worn clothes, gentle manners, and that old flute held like treasure. For the rest of the flight, the air felt different, peaceful. Passengers smiled at Jayden when they walked by. One whispered, "That kid has a gift." When they landed in Seattle, Elena found him waiting near baggage claim. She approached quietly. "Jayden, do you live here?" He nodded. "Yes, ma'am. My aunt works 2 jobs. I help out when I can." Elena hesitated, then reached into her purse and handed him a sleek white card with gold lettering. "The Rutherford Foundation for Youth Arts. This is my organization," she said. "We fund scholarships for gifted kids. You just earned one." Jayden's eyes widened. "For real?" She smiled. "You didn't just calm my baby. You reminded me what grace looks like." He looked down, holding back tears. "Thank you, ma'am. My aunt's gonna cry when she hears this." Elena laughed softly. "Let her. You deserve it." If you're enjoying this story so far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, because what happens next will warm your heart even more. A few months later, Elena's foundation hosted a charity gala. She searched for the perfect opening performance and thought of one boy with a broken flute. When the lights dimmed, the announcer said, "Please welcome a very special guest, Jayden Carter." The crowd applauded politely until the music began. Jayden stood on stage with a new violin, donated by Elena herself. He played the same melody he'd played on that flight, the lullaby that calmed chaos at 30,000 feet. The room went silent. Even the waiters stopped moving. By the time he finished, half the guests were in tears, including Elena. She held her now toddler son, asleep again to the same song that once saved them both. Jayden bowed. The crowd rose in a standing ovation. After the show, Elena hugged him tightly. You reminded us all that kindness is still the most powerful sound in the world. Jayden smiled through tears. Guess Mom was right. Music really does heal. Sometimes miracles don't happen in silence or thunder. They happen in the simple song of a kind heart that chooses compassion over judgment.